Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 5 Minute Motivation. My name is Kevin Bungert, and I greatly appreciate you joining me again this morning. Today I'd like to talk to you about taking action, one of probably the most important step when it comes to making a change in our life or improving our businesses. And I started to think about this post a couple of days ago when I read another post about the book The Secret, also turned into a movie. And I've read The Secret, and I think it's a very good book, and certainly the law of attraction is a great concept. I think thinking positively is certainly one of the steps necessary to make things better in our life. But I think where the book and the movie come up short is that the single step of taking action really is where everything changes. As Jim Rohn likes to say, action is where the miracles take place. Action is where the magic happens. Action is really what makes your life change. So I'd like to talk to you about some action steps that you can take today to making your real estate businesses better. And I took some notes, so hopefully you'll excuse me from reading from my notebook a little bit. But I wanted to get down some ideas that certainly can help you today. Things that you can do that maybe you've been thinking of but just haven't pulled the trigger on. And some action steps that you can put into place to help make your business better. And with regards to a sales business, any sales business, and certainly real estate, the most important thing that you need to do right away, if you haven't already done this, is that you need to know exactly where all of your transactions came from. You need to know how you produced every lead that turned into a transaction for you last year. Now, some of you may be able to tell me 100% I know exactly where everyone came from, and those are the systems that I'm continuing to work with, and that's great. But if you can't answer that question and you can't tell me exactly, go back over your transactions, take the time, and find out exactly where each lead that you got that turned into a transaction came from. That will absolutely help you going forward, because this way you'll know what's working, you'll know what to continue to do, and where to put your resources and efforts. Okay? Another thing that I'd like you to do is to take a look at all the systems that are available to you to sell real estate. With my clients and the people that I work with, I have a list of 30 systems that you can use to help produce more leads and help you produce more business. And it's important for you to look at the whole gamut, to look at everything, to look at expired, to look at for sale by owners, to look at sponsorships, to look at, and I'm going to talk about the top 3 in 1 second. But start to think about if there's other systems out there that maybe you see some other people using and being effective with, that you really just haven't tried yet, or maybe you've been a little fearful. I say jump in, try it. Try to put some new systems in place for you. That's one action step that you can take immediately that might pay dividends. Okay? And as I just spoke about, in my opinion, there are what I like to call the big 3. There are 3 systems that work the best and probably produce the most business for all realtors across the country. And the first one certainly is working by referral. The National Association of Realtors has a percentage of, I think it is 53%, that they say all real estate sold is by referral or repeat business. And I certainly would agree with that. I don't think there's a better system out there than working by referral. I think anyone who's been in this business a long time certainly understands that. And with regards to working by referral, there's a lot of things within that system that you can do to make your business better and to get more referrals coming your way. And the first one is to look at your database and make sure that it's accurate and complete. Make sure that you have every person that you want on there. Make sure that you have their name, their address, their phone number, and their email all correct. So if you don't have your database the way that you want it, there's one thing that you should absolutely go back and do right away. Okay? The next thing, certainly within working by referral, is any referrals that you do get, don't forget to make sure that you send them a thank you. It can be as simple as a thank you note. It can be a little thank you gift, a $5 lottery gift card or a $5 gift certificate to Dunkin' Donuts, whatever it may be. However you run your business, don't let those referrals that come into you not go, where you say thank you for them. Even if they haven't turned into a deal for you yet, the referral itself needs to be thanked. Another thing that you can do is to call your database. Look at the top 20, 30 people in your database. your A-plus customers, and call them and remind them that you do business by referral, that you're looking for more business, and that ask them if they know of anyone that is thinking of buying or selling a home. So take the time to make those personal calls. Again, press the flesh. Get out there and talk to people. One other thing, I have a client that writes a wonderful newsletter, and he sends it out to 400 of his database. And he has great response from it. It's something that you may want to think about. I know that because you're on Active Rain, you're blogging, but there's also other things that you can do to always continue to contact your database. So think about those things for you. Okay? And the second one of the big three is technology. And now, I know that you're a member of AR. You wouldn't be seeing this if you weren't. And technology is certainly, another avenue that you need to look at and make sure that you are doing the things that you want to and that you are in the places that you want to be. Number one is, do you own your own name? Do you own your own name? Do you have a website when you put in your name, it directs it to your website? For example, I own kevinbungert.com. My website, that's the domain name for my website. Now, if you have a name that is, there's a few people out there with it, like Tom Smith, you may not be able to get your name, but get something close. Try to get as close as you can to your name, or certainly, owning your own name. Okay? And are you blogging consistently? Now, the best way to get a following here on AR is to be consistent with it. Everybody talks about that, and you should do the same thing. Be as consistent as you can. 2 or 3 blogs at least per week is probably the ideal. And also, take some time to think about what you are blogging about. Make sure that it is good information. Make sure it's information that a possible homeowner would like to hear, and that it might be helpful to your potential customers and your potential listings. So think about the things that you're writing, and take some time and prepare your blogs. Definitely makes it more effective. And also, social networking. All of your social network sites, is your profile complete? Are you on all of the ones that you want to be on? Are you using them and hitting them every single day? So here are some action steps that you can take immediately that can make your business better. And finally, personal branding and personal marketing. I'm a firm believer in owning your own town, in the sense that when you're in real estate, you don't want to be, as they say, you don't want to be a secret agent. You want people to know in your town that that's what you do for a living. When I was in real estate and I owned my own offices, I had 2 offices, I certainly was a very big advertiser. There were many times that people came up to my wife and said, I know Kevin, he's the real estate guy. And that's exactly what you want. You want to make sure that in your town, in your marketplace, that people think of you as the real estate guy or the real estate gal. And that does take some money, it does take some effort, and it does take some advertising and marketing. But there is nothing better, in my opinion, that can still pay dividends if you go about it the right way, because many realtors do not. And probably, if you think about it, in your own hometown, there's probably an opportunity for you to become the person of knowledge, the person that people will call and turn to when they have a question about real estate or mortgages or whatever it may be in the business that you're in. So I hope you think about all of these action steps today. Think about the fact that anything can get better in your life by simply deciding that you want it to, and then second, taking action, putting the actions in place to make those things happen. So I appreciate you joining me again today. My name is Kevin Bungert, and this has been 5 Minute Motivation. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.